And we are live. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Forever Rugby on Forever Sports. So disappointing. So disappointing. A game we should have won. Should have no excuses. Should have won. And heads need to roll now. Heads need to roll. And those heads are mainly Andre Pollard and Vinny LaRue for me, because I think those two today cost us a game. It was really frustrating. We went out there and we bullied New Zealand. We were the better side on the day. We forced the issue. We forced the game. We did everything we needed to do to win. And then we couldn't see the game out in the last sort of 6 minutes. And look, I think a lot of people who wrote the box off, record scores, I think it was no chance. Jacques Nienaber is useless. Coaching staff is useless. No passion. Those were all the sort of things being thrown around during the week. Now, whilst we're really disappointed, and I'm flipping angry at that, you may not question the players' attitudes today. The game plan worked for 75 minutes. We were ahead. It worked. Except we didn't know how to close out the game. That's where the frustrating comes. And I'm pointing to two kicks, which I think was so flipping useless. First of all, the Pollard kick just before the penalty conceded was a nothing kick. Second of all, that Herschel Yankees kick in the 79th minute. Why? I look at those moments and think that's where we lost the game. Really frustrating. But what a game. 19 points to 17, the 100 test between the two teams. And it was an absolute belter. And if you didn't find that entertaining, then you need to find a new sport. So yeah, and again, I'm not to harp on, but we left 2 points out there again, and Geordie Barrett didn't miss points out. This is the difference. We are playing against teams who do not leave points out there on the board. They do not miss their conversions. Today we missed 2 points. What did we lose by? 2 points. There are 2 games where if we get 100% kicking success rate, we draw and win. That's the reality. But so we're going to go through the player ratings, and I'm very interested to sort of see what a lot of people are going to give. I think the pack was 10 out of 10 today, weren't they? What did the pack do wrong today? Absolutely nothing. They continued to bail the backline up. They continued to do all the hard yards. They won the line. They did everything they could have, and then our backline decides, you know what, chaps, we appreciate you guys giving us a platform, but actually, we're actually all right, to be honest. You guys just can continue. We actually like losing, so we'll just continue kicking the ball away pretty poorly and throwing the game away. And you guys just keep play. You guys keep playing. You guys keep doing you. So I'm going to put the site into to vote now in the comments. So you can go and vote for the players there. There is the link. Let's get voting. Let's get voting. I'm just busy trying to sort out our stream for later, just quickly. So in the meantime, go and support. Give me comments in. Let me know what did we think? What did we think there? I thought, it was very frustrating because I think we didn't have to win it. We didn't have to win it. So I've got 30 people currently voting, stuff like that. Let's see what the chat has to say. Where are we? Hold up the rating. Springboks performance against Australia. No, it's against the All Blacks. I don't know if it says Australia. It should be. I've got the All Blacks here. Where are we at? It was not the backline. It was Faf Pollard not giving the backline a chance. Yeah, fair enough. I think those two players were shocking today. Shocking. Faf's clerk was good. Pollard had another off day. Yeah, Faf's kicking actually was pretty on point. We regathered, I reckon, most of Faf's kicking. He pretty much got a try assist with All the kicks that Faf put in were competitive and pretty accurate. Pollard's was nowhere. Villiers' clearance kicks in the 22 was disgusting. So that's where the frustration sort of lies. The man says, stupid substitution take over in your kind of kits did not make a difference. I mean, we could see it one scrum penalty. It wasn't against kits. It was against kits. So we won three scrum penalties. The scrums weren't working. I don't think that's much of an issue. Thought Trevor played well, but I don't think that made much of a difference either. I mean, how can we kick high balls when we are in the 22? I'll never understand that. Our halfbacks are not used properly. Kami says, I'm still so yes for Billy. Bockus could have scored another try already. I'm looming on the bottom already. Have a bonus point. Where are we? He kind of should have stayed on. Yeah, I think he probably should have had another 10 minutes. I thought he was playing very well. But I don't think that it was a huge difference. It's not like I don't think Steven Kitsov really let us down. The pack didn't let us down. We dominated their pack. We forced knock-ons. We were winning lineouts. We were stopping rolling mauls. They scored one try in the second minute. It didn't look like scoring for the next 78 minutes. So the pack's fronted up today. Why can't we win? Why the fuck sub Trevor also early? Guido reckons we need Reinach on the bench next week. Forever Sports always gives praise to Villy and Andre. Dude, tell me you don't watch this channel without telling me you don't watch this channel. Look, have you jumped on here in the last couple of weeks? Please, somebody go and find where I've been saying that Pollard needs to stay, and I've been singing his praises. I've been calling Pollard to get dropped since the first flipping Australia test. So don't come here with your fake news and just wrong information there. That's cuck. Next week they must field in young stars like Fassi. And where the bloody heck was the support for, was it Visa when he had the free break and Markham Star, New Zealand unstructured? That should have been an easy try. Where are backs to support him? Why didn't they bring on Halton and Herschel on earlier? They love running the ball. I agree. They keep giving Pollard charges since he's vice captain to get dropped from the team. Yankee will start 10, 9, and Willemse 15 for kicking. Team whose strengths are set pieces and managing territory, except we can't manage territory when it actually matters. Who do we replace Pollard and Billy with? Alton and Fassi, I suppose. Terrell's off to surf with him, Brian. Enjoy that. Box four has played well. Why wasn't Pollard replaced early in the game? His play this year has been very average. Agreed. Yankees used to running now. Now let's see his value. There's stupid people thinking Villy and Pollard are irreplaceable. Geez, they are cuck. Nah, they're very replaceable. I wish we could rate the substitute selectors because they deserve a 0. Yeah, I think I will. We will be adding the coaching staff later as a sort of a rating. Clayton says, turns out we didn't need the bomb squad. Maybe Alton would have changed the game in the last 10 to 15 minutes. He would have used the ball the forwards provided. Nice to see says the game reminding me of SA versus Wales in the World Cup. A freaky prop at fullback would be better. It is what it is. It's history already. There's obviously a lot of thing. Box played to win the game, not the championship. Pathetic attitude. Bugger that. I'm sorry. Do not question the attitude today. Don't come with that. We played flipping well today. For most of it, and then 2 players let us down. So to win the rugby champions was to score 3 more tries than New Zealand, and it was a massive ask. I think it was too much to ask. So I don't think you can sit there and say that the attitude was bad today. Mark says Ultimate's definitely the answer. Last 2 minutes. Fair rugby side crash. Too many people giving Pollard a 3 rating. I'm very interested to see what he gets when we go through the rating, which we do need to get into. So yeah, I know you guys have all sort of rated stuff like that, but I need to sort of get this done so we can move on to the next watch long and stuff like that. So let's see. So what do you reckon? So Trevor Nyakani, I thought was very solid. I don't think he did anything wrong, did he? He made his tackles. I don't know if he made a turnover or not, but he played very well. I thought did Trev. 6 tackles made, nothing missed. I'll probably give Big Trevor an 8. Where are we at with Trevor? I thought Trevor was very, very good. 6.9. That's harsh, I think. That's harsh. Bongi Manambi, I thought it was much better today. I thought that he made 6 tackles. He missed just 1. He looked a bit more physical. So yeah, that's good on him. Good on him. Where are we sitting there with Bongi? I'll give Bongi a 7. I actually don't think he did anything wrong, to be honest. 5.9. Yes, Oaks. What game did you Oaks watch? What did Bongi Manambi do wrong? I think we lost 1 line out, which I think looked like Lewis got the call wrong. He made 6 tackles. He missed 1. And the line out was he made a very big, important tackle, which I think one is a penalty that we got points from. So I think that's very, very harsh. And I think Frans Malherbe was also very solid. So Frans Malherbe made 7 tackles, also missed just 1, and was very good in the front row. So I'll probably give Frans Malherbe an 8. I thought he was very good today. Oh, Oaks on drugs, cheap drugs. And if you are, what's your supplier? And are they ripping you off, or what's the chat? Because I think it's 6 for Frans Malherbe. You guys are a joke. Joey Moody conceded 4 penalties, by the way. 4 penalties. Why? Because of the fridge. That's why. He had a field day today against Joey Moody. All everything. Field day. And you guys gave him a 6. And he's only getting a 6 because I'm rating an 8. Eben, I thought he was all right. Was Eben? He made 9 tackles, missed 1. He saw a line as well, was pretty solid. I'll probably give Eben a 7. I think it was pretty solid. 6.8. I mean, to say that Eben was better than Malherbe is a bit cooked, to be honest. You can't just hate him because he's a fatty. You can't stop hating on the fridge. The fridge operates, Oaks. The fridge operates. Lured was frustrating because Lured and Eben Etzebeth both missed those tackles. Look, I think Etzebeth was probably more. I think Lured was more at fault for that tackle than Eben, and Eben was sort of diving towards him, whereas Lured just literally missed the tackle. There was no excuse for him whatsoever. But he made 13 tackles. My problem with Lured is just those penalties. You can see too many penalties, and they were silly penalties. So for that, I'm probably bumping him down to a 7. A 6. But he did steal a couple of lineouts as well, so it wasn't terrible. I'll say an average 6 because I think he did some good things and he did some bad things. Now, you see that compared to that is wrong. I need to stop doing the show. You people. I don't know how you guys can be rating Lured as better than flipping Frans Malherbe and Bongi. The one thing I'll say about Lured, he won a lot of lineout and very important lineout steals as well, but the penalties there's down, which is why I think he was very good and very bad at the same time. I think the definition of an average performance. Tell you who was not average. Flippin' CM Thunder Khaleesi, take a bow. By the way, does anybody know? So we need to do a poll for man of the match, and I'm asking for three nominations for man of the match. And we're just doing the Springboks, so I'm going to put Sia Khaleesi in there. I'm going to put Kwagga Smith in there. Who's our third nomination for man of the match? Give me some man of the matches. I've got Sia and I've got Kwagga in there. Who else are we putting in man of the match? Give me another name here, people. Which names are jumping out at you? Dwayne was pretty solid. Who we thinking of? What's the third name? Dwayne. I've got Marco Verstappen. Look, that was a very nice cameo off the bench. Dale Lindy. I actually liked the Dale Lindy shot. I actually thought Dale Lindy played pretty well. Looked a lot better today. So let's put Damien Dale Lindy in there. I think we all know who the flipping man of the match was, though. Right, to go and vote for the man of the match before we get back to our ratings. Right, so where we are. We see a Khaleesi. I thought you want to see a captain's performance. That was it. Sia Khaleesi gets a 9 in my book. 6.8. You know what? Actually, up yours. How dare you? How dare you watch that game and give Sia Khaleesi a 6.8? There are people on the stream who are giving him less than 5s then. You people are flipping cooked. Absolutely cooked. This is actually disgusting. This is disgusting. I think it's one of the best performances we've seen all year. And you guys are getting a 6.8. It must be so... You guys must be so miserable if you watch a game like that and then go and give them a flipping 4 or 5. Miserable if that's the case. What more could he have done? I thought he was absolutely... I thought him and Kwagga Smith today were next level. Kwagga Smith, a lot of doubt, too small, can't do this, can't do that. He was everywhere today. He went off and still made the most tackles of the entire match. 15 tackles, 2 turnovers, 1 missed tackle from him. He was electric. On attack, he made 7 carries as well, more carries than anybody else. The most carries. Like Kwagga Smith and Sia Khaleesi were brilliant. So Kwagga, I'm also giving a 9. That's 2 9s for me. Don't at me. There's 2 9s. Again. Oh, we've got sour Kiwis in here. We've got people who've got a bit of small man syndrome. What's the story here? What's the story? How can you justify 6.7? You know what the sad thing is, and this is the funny thing when it comes to the ratings. We win that match, and these are all 8, 7, 7s. But because you lose, suddenly Kwagga Smith didn't make 15 tackles, didn't make 7 carries. Siya Kolisi didn't have one of the best games I think I've ever seen him play. I think Siya Kolisi is in there for flipping player of the year. I think he's had one bad game for the Boks. So I don't know what you guys are on about. Dwayne, now I see this is going to be funny because I thought Dwayne was the worst of the 3 loose forwards. So I'm probably going to give Dwayne a 7. He was solid, but nothing special. Didn't make any mistakes. I thought he was much better today than he was last week. So I'm going to give Dwayne a 7. I bet you this is higher. I take it all back, but that's harsh. That's harsh. I mean, the pack obliterated the New Zealand pack. Let's be honest here. I think even New Zealand fans can admit that their pack was outplayed today. And yet, we haven't got a single player in our pack who didn't get more than a 7, despite being the best pack on the flipping field. You guys are cooked. 6.7 for Kwagga. I cannot believe it. 6.8 for Siya Kolisi. I cannot believe it. I don't believe it. Grant Swat says, even if we won, I think some people would still give Siya a poor rating. Yeah, we all know why, and those people can footsack. Stevie says, Kolisi was exceptional. I'm an All Blacks fan. Well, there we go. Flex says, Kolisi always plays outstanding as a Kiwi. He's awesome. Yeah, I just wish that South Africans would like our players as much as everybody else does, to be honest, and give them the respect they deserve. Chief Girl says, I gave all the forwards high ratings compared to the box packs. Yeah, agreed. I think the pack was phenomenal tonight. They didn't do anything wrong. So Faf, look, I thought Faf's kicking was actually a lot. So I thought Faf was. I mean, his kicking, to be fair, was a lot better than Pollard thing. So I'll probably give Faf an average 6. He did pretty much get a try assist. I think 6 is about fair. At the end of the day, we are kicking side, and I don't mind. I can come to terms with the fact that we are kicking side if we win it back. And I thought that most of the time when Faf kicked, we won the possession back. It was pretty contestable. He had some nice clearances as well. My frustration is we kick, we retain possession, then we kick again. Why are we kicking again? Why does Faf kick? We retain possession. Faf goes to Pollard, and then he kicks it again. Why? I mean, I don't think he was sublime tonight for Faf, but his kicking was pretty accurate. MC says taking points off of Faf for pass to Pollard. I love that. That's the comment of the day. Pollard, where are we sitting? I'm sitting on a 2. How are we thinking about Pollard? I'm very interested to see what the ratings are, because I can tell you right now, if Elton Yankees dropped the performance he did right now, he'd be sitting at a -5. I think Pollard cost us the game. I genuinely do. I think that kick towards the end, again, 2 points out there. I know people will say, oh, he only missed one kick, but he shouldn't have missed that kick. And Geordie Barrett didn't miss a kick. And that was the difference. Once again, it was the difference. So I'll give Andre Pollard a 2. I mean, yeah. Lowest rate. You deserve the lowest rating. I'm sorry. He's not in form. You've got to drop him. You have to. Unfortunately, you have to. He's just not working for him. And just because you're dropping him doesn't mean you're sitting there saying your Springbok career is over. But if you're not playing well, you continue to struggle, make the brave call, make the big decision, leave him out. Leave him out. I'm bored of seeing players who don't deserve to be there hold the jersey. You are diluting what the Springbok jersey means by continuing playing players who are not good enough. So yeah, I think he needs to go ride the bench for a bit, ride the pine, and learn that is not replaceable. So Makazulu Pimpy, he tried hard. He chased a lot of balls, to be fair to him. I thought that he didn't do much with the ball. He didn't get a lot of opportunity with the ball in hand. It's always difficult to judge your wings on ball in hand. But he chased hard today, Pimpy. He didn't really contest as much as I'd like him to contest. But look, when it wasn't Geordie Barrett under the high ball, we were very, very competitive. So I'll give Mapimpi a 7 just for his work rate. Yeah, I mean, whatever. I don't think it's too bad. I thought Kanya and Damien Delendi looked a lot better today. I don't know why the Kanya suddenly become Herschel Yankees. It's interesting. Must change that. I thought Damien Delaney was fairly solid today. Probably give him a 7. 6.6. Yeah, it's about fair. Right, so we're rating Lekanya here, not Hershey Yankees. Lekanya seems to have gotten a bit lighter and a bit smaller. Maybe a 7, maybe a 6. I thought he made some. Yeah, I thought he was actually after. I think 6.6. I think that's about right. I think for these two, they were solid today, but nothing great. Spoon Corsi. Well, he got sent off, which we didn't really have to pay for. I thought he scored a try as well, though. So does that cancel it too? Yeah, maybe I think it does. I think it does cancel it. Where we see with Spoon Corsi, I thought he actually played pretty well, apart from the 10 minutes on the bench. He contested pretty well. He worked pretty hard. I'll probably give him a 6 with the yellow card and stuff like that. So probably go 6 for Spoon. 5.7. I think it's a bit harsh. Billy LaRue was pretty poor today. I'm sitting at a 3 or 4. It's just his kicking is so flippin' trite for touch. You know, we're under pressure. He's been turned. He needs to get a good kick, and everything skews off his boot. And they suddenly give them a line on the 22. You can't keep putting us under pressure like that. It's so frustrating. So Billy probably gets a 4 if I'm going to be honest. I mean, tackles made. He made 3 tackles. I'll probably give him a 4. Maybe a bit fairer. 5.1 is very generous, very generous. I think those two need to be dropped. I would back Faf de Klerk again. I don't think he played bad enough to get dropped. But you've got to replace Pollard. You've got to replace Villy. Who replace them with? I don't know if you go Willemse. I don't know if you go Colby at 15. If you want to try Fussy there, what have you got to lose? Is what I'm asking. Malcolm Marks off the bench, pretty solid. He often is. He was pretty solid today. He was very physical when he came on today. He made some very big hits. 3 carries for Malcolm Marks defensively. He made 7 tackles, and Kitsov made 8 coming off the bench. So I thought they were all pretty solid as well. So I'll give Malcolm a 7, I reckon. 6.9 is about right. I think Kitsov also a 7. Didn't miss any tackles. Was pretty solid. 6.1. I think it's a bit harsh. And Vincent Koch. Well, I mean, tell you what, Vincent Koch didn't do much wrong. Didn't really have to do much on attack. He wasn't on for very long, to be fair to him. Made 1 carry, bit of an average performance from him. A decent scrummager, but I'll probably get an average 6 for Vincent. 6.3, that's fine. I think to have him more than Kitsov is harsh. Franco Moster was, I suppose, a bit absent, but I think he's somebody who's just dead on his feet. So I'll give him an average 6. Didn't do anything wrong, really. 6.6, that's fair enough. Marco Stodden, I thought, had a very, very good cameo. In fact, I'll probably give him an 8 off the bench. I thought he was very, very good. 6.2, again, that's harsh. I mean, for somebody who didn't do anything wrong. But hey, whatever. And then we've got Hershey Yankees. I'm going to mark Hershey Yankees down just for that flipping kick off the bloody towards the end there. So I'm going to give Herschel a 5 just for that one flipping box kick. Well, Alton didn't go into the park. I mean, I wonder if people actually did rate him. So if I give him an average 6, do people actually bother to rate him? Okay, no, I don't think anybody did rate him, so that's fair enough. You can get in the park. Frost Day made 1 decent tackle. We didn't see much from an average 6, in my opinion. Yeah, I thought Van Staden was very good off the bench, and I thought I think today we really saw 3 loose forwards which worked very nicely together, and then we saw big impact off the bench. So it really worked there, the loose forwards wise. But yeah, it's frustrating, isn't it? Frustrating. And next week, look, we're going to talk about this tomorrow night. We'll be live tomorrow night for a breakdown where we can go away. We can be a bit less emotional about the entire thing. But I think you have to drop Pollard and you've got to drop Villy. To be honest, I think everybody else deserves to start again next week. Everybody else deserves to start. You've got to replace Villy. You've got to replace Pollard. You can no longer justify playing them at the end of the day. You can't. So I'd like to see Alton play next weekend. And then you get stupid comments like, oh, an out-of-form Pollard is still better than Yankees. Shut up. If you're going to come with that, go away because it's cuck. The only game that Fassi and your Altons and your Willemses and your sort of fringe players played got a bonus point victory against Argentina. Since then, we beat Argentina, lost 2 back-to-back games against Australia, and then lost to New Zealand. Now, having said that, today we were very good and couldn't close out the game. And I look at our playmakers in Pollard and Villy LaRue, they are the reason I think that we didn't win this game today because we couldn't close it out. And game plan-wise, literally, if we just didn't kick on those last 6 minutes, we win that game. So I think it's harsh to just go and say that the game plan was completely wrong when it was beating New Zealand up until the third last minute. You can't, at the end of the day, you can't just decide to flip a switch and become a flipping French side that just throws overhead passes and flipping chicken wings and shit like that. It's always going to be a bit difficult. But yeah, we'll move on. So we'll be live tomorrow. I'm just gonna quickly end the source so I can go sort out the next stream and stuff like that. So please go and join. We're hopefully gonna have Carl up for the All Black, the Argentina versus Australia game. Having a bit of issues with the internet, but we will try and be up for that game as well. So stick around. And yeah, we'll see you guys in the future. I'll be back later tonight for Leinster versus Bulls. Dylan will be with you for Stormers versus Benetton. So yeah, we'll see you guys then. Keep well, please do smash like on the video and subscribe to the channel on the way out, and I'll see you guys very soon.